This is Echoes of Great Podcast, your place to encounter God, share faith, and let His love expand beyond our lives. God bless you, and thank you for allowing me to enter your sacred space. I am your host, Deacon Edward Carullo. The prophet Haggai addresses a discouraged people. They see the poor, small temple, nothing compared to the splendor of before. But God says to them, "Cheer up, I am with you. The glory of His house will be greater than the first." We too, in the church today, in our parishes, families, communities, sometimes look with sadness at what seems weak. Empty temples, young people who are far away, crisis of faith. But the Lord reminds us that the glory of the church does not depend on statistics or buildings, but on her living presence in our midst, especially in the Eucharist. The psalm cries out, "Give me justice, defend me." It is the cry of the domestic church. Families struggling with spiritual indifference, lack of time, and cultural pressures that ridicules faith. It is also the cry of young people tempted by the vice of addiction, the cult of image, violence, and false freedom without God. But the psalm reminds us that our joy is not in the approval of the world, but in God Himself, who is light and refuge. In the Gospel, Jesus asks the decisive question, "Who do you say that I am?" Peter answers, "The Christ of God." However, Jesus does not promise an easy life. He speaks of the cross, rejection, and surrender. Here, the whole teaching of the church comes together. To follow Christ means to take the cross with Him, to live the faith not as an accessory, but as the center that gives meaning to everything. Today, we remember Saint Cosmas and Saint Damian, doctors and martyrs. They healed freely, served with love, and ultimately gave their lives for Christ. The Church teaches us that charity is not an extra, it is the essence of the Christian. In a world obsessed with money, success, and individualism, they are living witnesses that the Christian life only has meaning when it is given. Brothers and sisters, families, and young people, the church does not need us to admire her from the outside. She needs us to build her from within with fidelity, service, and courage. Because when Christ asks you today, "Who do you say I am?" the answer cannot remain only on your lips. It has to shine in the way that you live. Subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Feel free to share our reflections, and may the peace of Christ, which surpasses all understanding, be with you today and always. Live in grace, walk in hope, and let your voice join this echo of love. Until the next episode of Echoes of Grace.